Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great Friday. Oh, it's a Gertie. It's a Gertie. Yeah, you want some snuggles? Yeah. Okay. It's good to see you all. Happy Friday. Danielle here from Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I hope you're having a good day, and either way, I'm glad that you're here with me. So if you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to set any requests or intentions for your greater healing or well-being. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. And if you'd like to learn more about me, check out learnreikiphiladelphia.com. You can learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes. You can schedule a one-on-one distance reading or distance healing, or shop my Reiki charged crystals. So yeah, all the links are in the description below. And yeah, let's go ahead and dive right in and just say hi, see who's here, get this crystal grid started. So let's see, I have just some music on in the background because it is all of like in the 60-degree realm here in Philadelphia, but yet someone in the neighboring building has their air conditioner running. The condenser's kind of loud, so apologies for that. So as usual, we have our mirrored background. This helps to reflect and deflect any negative energy. We have the copper spiral, which helps break up any blockages. And by an email request, we have blue lace agate, which helps with sore throats and skin allergies, as well as tension headaches and expressing really difficult emotions. Also helpful for arthritis and fractures. And we have some peridot. This is superb for things like guilt, resentment, anger, jealousy, and helping to break bad habits. It also helps to boost friendships. And it's wonderful for things like IBS, Crohn's, anything that's in the digestive region. So let's go ahead and say hello to everyone there. Let's see who all we have. We have Dell, Patty, Flower, Joanna, Still Not Still, Flower. We've got Sister Sheba. It's great to see you. Joanna. Lori, it's great to see you too. Chris. Okay, I'm so grateful all of you are here. So let's start building this grid. I'm going to start mostly from the top, but bounce around as normal. Feel free to put in any requests, either specifically for stones, or if you'd like for just the general vibe and I can pick for you. It's totally up to you. So let's see. Dell has some good requests. Let's bring in some Super 7. Crazy Lace, Indigo Gabbro, Garnet Aventurine Clear Quartz, Garnet Aventurine Clear Quartz, and Kambaba Stone Selenite Manifestation Quartz. Awesome. Let's start with Kambaba Stone, shall we? So Kambaba Stone, which is often called Kambaba Jasper, is actually fossilized blue-green algae. Let me adjust the light here. There we go. Don't want my paleness to to throw off the weight balance. Yeah, so Kambaba, like I said, fossilized blue-green algae. This helps with connection to our ancestors. It improves mental focus, and it's lovely for connection with the environment, plants, and crops. Helpful too for courage, confidence, learning new things, especially language, and it aids in meditation. It can also help with finding errors and patterns in lots of data. So let's go ahead and bring that in, especially if you're learning a language or connecting with a region where your ancestors were from or a language they spoke. This can be a lovely stone. So that's Kambaba Stone. Clear quartz helps to amplify whatever intentions we have. It also helps to essentially boost the energy of other stones around it. It can be like a blank slate and an amplifier. It can also help if it's double terminated or double pointed like this. If you place it in the center line of the body, it can help to balance all of the energy centers. So yeah, and if you have a crystal collection at home and you're doing some work and you're like, I don't have that stone, it's okay. Use a piece of clear quartz in its place. So there we go. So that's some clear quartz. Manifestation quartz is much like it sounds. Anything that you're manifesting and calling in from the universe, go ahead and put into this beautiful stone. Think of it as like a birthday candle on a cake, except it's for everyone's manifestations. And this will go ahead and boost it up to the heavens. So that's manifestation quartz. This is indigo gabbro, which also goes by the name mystic merlinite. This is a stone that's really helpful for taking a deep, honest look at ourselves, our patterns, our beliefs, and seeing if there's any negative tendencies that we have that we keep repeating that get in our own way. It's also really helpful for intuition, dreams, and even boosting meditation. Wonderful for integrating our spiritual connection with the physical self, and it's helpful for women's health, especially around things like menstrual pain and even menopause. So yeah, great for shadow healing, shadow work, seeing the ways that we're getting in our own way. So that's indigo gabbro or mystic merlinite. Green aventurine helps the heart rhythms, eye problems, fertility, and it can also help allergies. And I know a lot of us are struggling with that this year. This is also a wonderful stone for boosting your inner confidence, especially around what it is you see yourself as being capable of. If you're someone who has a hard time seeing yourself as someone who could learn something or do something, this is a stone that can give you that heart-centered confidence to say, well, maybe I can. There we go. Garnet helps with things like organization, practicality, getting things done in the most advantageous way. It also can be really helpful with creativity and looking at a new system, a new way, a new style of doing something that maybe you've done forever, but maybe it needs a fresh look. Maybe there's a better way you can do it that's a little bit more supportive of your time, of your energy, of your resources. This is a very organized Capricorn-like stone, and it is January's birthstone. It can also help with strength in times of change. So let's go ahead with this beautiful garnet. Selenite reflects nothing but pure white light. This helps to clear the energy of your own energy field, of a space or room, and can also be used to clear the energy of your crystals. So if you're not sure which ones get water, which ones get moonlight, which ones are not great for the sunlight, get a piece of selenite, any size will do, and just put your crystals on selenite for a couple hours at a time. It'll help keep their energy clear. It's also really helpful for working with your guides and your angels. So that is selenite. Super 7 gives a big push towards our goals and the things we're working towards, making our dreams come true through lots of effort over time. It also really helps boost anything that we're doing for intuition, whether that's mediumship, channeling, reading cards, any of the above. However you're connecting intuitively, Super 7 is a powerhouse of strengthening that. It's also helpful for strengthening our energy field or aura, as well as helping us to embody inner peace and harmony. Helpful too for healing past lives and karmic factors. And for connecting with the earth, if you're doing any kind of earth healing or healing for the ecology, this is a beautiful stone to work with. Super 7 and Kambaba stone are both exceptional for that. And crazy lace agate. Hey, is that a Hattie thinking about coming up here? You want to come up on my lap? Nope. It's up to you, lady. Yeah, what you doing, little cuteness? Yeah, the kitties are all about hanging out today. It's a little chillier, so they definitely want the extra cuddles. So this is Crazy Lace Agate. This helps with balance, courage, confidence, and also with protection. So it's a very powerful stone if you feel that you're having a hard time standing up for yourself or just standing up in general. This can be a really helpful stone. It also helps with the heart center as well as the solar plexus chakra. And solar plexus is your center of self, personal identity, and free will. Also helps with boosting physical energy, and it supports healthy skin, eyes, and speech. It's wonderful too for connection to spider, which is if you have an animal guardian or teacher that is spider, or if you're phobic of spiders. Either way, Crazy Lace Agate is one that I highly would consider working with. So there we go. That is Crazy Lace Agate. Awesome. Wonderful. It's good to see you, Dell. I hope you're having a great day. And Goddess of Four. Good to see you. Awesome. And I'm going to bring in... Oh, looks like we're going to get some blessings. Some furry blessings. What you doing, little one? You just sniffing around? It's Hattie, by the way. Here we go. So we got some kitty cat love. Let's see. We're a little off balance there, so let's go. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead with some of Lori and Chris's requests. So let's grab some rose quartz, moonstone, leopard skin jasper, jade emerald, oh, I don't have yellow spinel, unfortunately. Let me know what the healing intention is, and maybe I can pick out another stone. I've actually never worked with yellow spinel before, or I've heard of red spinel, but I've never worked with yellow spinel. But I will keep an eye out for it. And let's grab a few more of Chris's. Let's grab some carnelian and some malachite. Are you gonna jump? Come on, fuzzy one. Fuzzy one. Hattie. Make decisions. Ooh. That's a better decision. Okay. Thought she was going to jump on the desk from the window. That wouldn't have been great. So let's start with some malachite. This is very connected with the Archangel Raphael, who is always, from what I'm understanding, connected with physical healing in many ways. It's also helpful for arthritis, inflammation, insomnia, and moving really difficult emotions through the heart center so you can deal with them without kind of losing yourself to them. This allows you to better leave the pain in the past and not drag it with you. Also thought helpful for depression and anxiety, as well as phobias, especially fear of flying. And as always, everything I do here is complementary in nature. Nothing I do is meant to replace any kind of other therapy or treatment, be it modern medicine or something more holistic. I think that everything I do has its place, and I'm always so happy to be able to support any healing intentions you have. But just so you know, I don't look at it as modern versus everything else. I'm happy to support you in the ways that I can, albeit them limited, through energy and crystals, and I'm always here to help you set your intentions and put some good energy behind them. And oh look, we have a Gertie. Oh, you must have gotten cold. Oh, are you getting chilly? Oh noes. Maybe I should have put the electric blanket on for them before we started. Next is carnelian. This is lovely for the solar plexus. That's your center of relationships, including your closer, more intimate relationships, sexuality, sensuality, attracting a soulmate type relationship, and also fertility. It's lovely too for colds, allergies, and for wound healing. And in general, this can be a lovely stone for creativity as well. So that is carnelian, that beautiful rich orange. Azurite helps with creativity, insight, and intuition. It can also help with gaining spiritual wisdom while connecting with your guides, and it's superb for insight and intuition. Helps too with allowing us to calm our mind when we're meditating or doing any kind of spiritual work. And it can also help with spinal alignment, muscle spasms, muscle tics, and it's great for dissolving obstacles and energy blockages. So that is azurite. Pink opal. Pink opal can be really helpful for so many things. It's a very loving stone, and it really helps with renewal of body, mind, and spirit. It's lovely for merging our conscious intellectual mind with our intuition. Oh, I have 2 babies in my lap. Oh, how lovely. And for any kind of self-healing or meditation practice. It helps too with the lungs, heart, spleen, and connective tissues. And it helps when doing any kind of shamanic journeying or accessing your guides, your guardians, or your angels. Wonderful too for diabetes, hypoglycemia, and setting any intention around nonviolence. So that is pink opal. There we go. Rhodonite helps with healing a broken heart. It's great for heartache and heartbreak. It's often called the divorce or the breakup stone. This is also really helpful for allergies, autoimmune issues, and asthma, all of which are definitely in my world. It's wonderful for the lungs, healing any kind of insecurities, and also for healing the lingering pain from past emotional abuse. Many use this stone, rhodonite, also to help balance yin and yang energies within the body. So again, that's rhodonite. Lapis lazuli helps with pain and inflammation, as well as largely integrity. That's our follow through, our, as my friend Janie would say, the talk to do ratio, meeting our commitments and obligations. This also helps with personal responsibility, deep, open, honest communication, and even career opportunities. Also helpful for sort of moving on from disorganization, moving into a more organized way of life, and helps too with inner ear stuff, including things like vertigo and dizziness, as well as hearing loss. So that is lapis. Okay. Ruby helps with the courage to be our truest selves, and also helps to lend us quite a bit of leadership qualities and management skills when needed. It helps with releasing fear and stopping nightmares, and it's really supportive of creating a space of financial stability. Helps with making decisions, with supporting love and fertility, and it's also great for fibromyalgia pain. So that's ruby. I actually love putting ruby near garnet. I think they just work together so well. So there we go. And I can hear my neighborhood outside. West Philly gonna West Philly. Next is jade, and this is wonderful for making our dreams and goals a reality. It helps with balance of body, mind, and spirit and inner peace. And it's lovely for confidence, resourcefulness, grounding stress, prioritizing yourself, and also general empowerment. This is a stone that was sacred to the Mayans as well as the Chinese. It still very much is. And it is lovely for shifting luck and fortune for the better. So that is jade. Emerald helps with healing skin and tissue and reinvigorating our zest for life. If you feel kind of stuck or underwhelmed with life, emerald is really helpful. It's also really helpful for anything affecting the upper respiratory tract, the sinuses, the lungs, anything like that. Wonderful for bronchitis, for example. And it can be really helpful for things like healing skin. So that is emerald. Okay, leopard skin jasper. Speaking of the two furry babies on my lap. Leopard skin jasper can help with connection to and healing of our animal companions, as well as connection to our animal guides and guardians. It's lovely for anything impacting the skin, for attracting a soulmate relationship, and it's also really helpful for coordination and balance. So if that's something you struggle with, leopard skin jasper and lapis are wonderful choices. So that's leopard skin jasper. Moonstone helps, as one would imagine from the name of it, the way we connect with the energy of the moon, lunar cycles, and the rhythms and patterns within, sorry about that, the rhythms and patterns in nature. It helps with boosting our intuition, connection with the divine feminine, as well as connection to and awareness of older methods of healing, older spiritualities and spiritual techniques, very protective of women and travelers, and it helps to kind of come to terms with divine timing, especially when divine timing is not in alignment with our personal desired timing. So that is moonstone. Rose quartz, we're all fairly familiar with. This is lovely for the heart center. Anytime we feel emotionally depleted or overwhelmed, anytime we just need a little bit of extra stability in our emotional field, rose quartz absolutely brings it. This is also a stone that I recommend to anyone who's working towards opening up to better relationship patterns. This is a stone that can help you to see that you are love, you are a divine manifestation of love, and that you deserve love. So that is rose quartz. Okay, and let's also bring in peacock ore or chalcopyrite. This stone helps with executive function. That's high-level planning and thinking clearly. This is also a wonderful stone when it comes to things very much including rebirth and literal birth. So we will bring this in. I'll put that here, and then as we get the grid kind of made, we'll see where there's space for it. And yeah, I will continue to come back for your requests too, Chris. Thank you for being here. Vivianite. Yeah, I can bring those in too. Awesome. So let's go ahead and still physical pain and fatigue, PTSD, flashbacks, and encouragement because, yeah, gotcha. So let's go ahead with pain. Definitely lapis is helpful, as is malachite. Celestite can also be somewhat helpful with that. fatigue, we'll bring in dioptase. PTSD flashbacks, let's bring in black obsidian. And encouragement. So the one that came through for me intuitively for you for encouragement was Picture Jasper. Picture Jasper, which also goes by the name Desert Jasper, is very helpful for seeing like the broad, like the whole big picture scene. It also helps you to kind of plan for the future and see the future in a new way. So it's one that can be really encouraging for like possibilities. It also brings a lot of support around releasing hidden fears, connection with travel and experiencing new cultures, new people, and just envisioning potential in the future. So really encouraging in those regards. It's also helpful for the physical kidneys, as well as quitting smoking. So that is Picture Jasper. And it's just going to take me a minute to put these here. My fingers are a bit cold. So they're not as balanced as usual. Maybe this won't work after all. Let's see. There we go. And there we go. So that's Picture Jasper. Black obsidian is one of my favorite stones for PTSD, and as I've mentioned lots, I struggle with that myself. This helps for trauma and shock, whether it's happening acutely right now or if it feels like it is happening acutely right now, which is PTSD. It helps with big trauma, any kind of shock. It's highly protective on a spiritual level and physically. It also helps with releasing grief. It's wonderful for blocked grief, especially like if you're finding it hard to access that grief, to release it. It helps with as well if you're working on any kind of relationship patterns that involve past abuse and you're doing some shifting so that you can have better, more balanced and healthy relationships in the future. Black obsidian's helpful for that as well. And it also is protective against words that would hurt, like spite and gossip and any of that kind of stuff. So that is black obsidian. Dioptase we're really becoming a fan of. Beautiful dioptase. So this is a lovely stone when it comes to chronic fatigue or just fatigue in general, as well as releasing any kind of self-neglect. It supports better balance in self-care. It also helps with living in the present moment, attracting a really good, well-balanced love relationship. And it can also help with any kind of inner ear dizziness, much like the leopard skin jasper and the lapis wood. This also helps with everything from blood pressure to IBS, constipation, ulcers, as well as the physical heart and making general healthy changes in your life, whatever that looks like to you. It's also great for vitality, balance, and emotional stability. So this is definitely a well-rounded stone for healing. So that's dioptase. And celestite. So while this is not a pain stone specifically, this can be helpful with it. This helps us to connect more with our spiritual self and our higher self and our angels and our guides. And in that it changes our experience of pain. So it can help in that regard. It also helps with discernment that comes through intuition. So if you're wondering, like, is that my intuition or is that a fear or is that, where is this input coming from? This can help you suss that out. It's also helpful for clearing your mind and getting clearer in your thoughts, and it supports the arts and music. So that is celestite. But yeah, it's great for connection to your angels and guides and higher self. So celestite. I hope that that helps. Still not still. It's always wonderful to see you, and I'm really glad you're here. Sister Sheba, greetings from sunny California. I'm so glad to see you. Having a fabulous Friday. Galena, Rutilated, and Chalcedony. You got it. So let's start with Galena, which by the way has a large amount of lead, so do be careful with it. Galena is lovely for grounding and centering the energy. It's also helpful for gaining physical insights into your healing, like on the physical body level. It's wonderful for reducing inflammation and for treating boils, cysts, and even acne. It helps with the sense of smell and any disorders of the veins, as well as healthy hair and hair growth. It's wonderful for emotional transformation as well. It's very much linked with the planet Saturn. So if you are very much watching your charts and you have a Saturn transit coming in, Galena can be really helpful. It also helps with winnings of finances, as well as finding things that have been lost or stolen. So that is Galena. Rutilated quartz is clear quartz with these rutils in them. So rutilated quartz is thought to help boost physical energy when you've been really sick or run down or just burning the candle at both ends. And it also helps to very much focus energy. So it can bring a lot of mental focus in. It's also been considered a beautiful talisman and gift for anyone who's dealing with cancer, in that this is thought to help with the intention of all of those treatments you're getting. I hope they go to the place that they are most needed within the body. So that is rutilated quartz. But yeah, it's often used in ceremonial magic for that same idea. And blue chalcedony. Chalcedony really refers to any stone that is quartz that you can't quite see through, that is not clear. I've sometimes heard it called chalcedony. But I'm going to go ahead and look up blue chalcedony because I still haven't reflected on it myself. So let's see. And by the way, I'm reading from The Complete Crystal Handbook by Cassandra Eason. So this one helps to encourage the flow of fluids within the body to avoid buildup and pressure, relieve fluid retention, hay fever, allergies, plant allergies, and respiratory issues. And it supports those with Alzheimer's and dementia, as well as gallstones, inflammation, and childhood illnesses. Helps with obsessive compulsive disorders, Tourette's, the autism spectrum, and certain types of mental health concerns. Listening to your inner voice speaking your mind. A stone of peace and peacemaking in the home that will encourage stillness and calm. Especially good for like family squabble type things and finding peace and harmony within that. So that is blue chalcedony. There we go. Awesome. I hope you have a wonderful day, and it's great to see you as always, Sister Sheba. Oh, perfectly timed. Dell was into that too. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. Oh, waiting on the bus right now, Sister Sheba. I hope you get home and cozy as soon as possible. Key and Patty will have what they're all having. Awesome. flower, bringing in some Numite. We already have Indigo Gabbro in there. We will bring in some Numite, Bloodstone, Chrysoprase. Numite, Bloodstone, Chrysoprase, Tree Agate, Green Onyx. So let's start with some green onyx. This can be really helpful for grief and sadness and just lifting a really heavy heart. Green onyx can be this deep green, or it can be a very light, almost pistachio green. And by that, I mean this. That is also green onyx. Green onyx is also helpful for making decisions that are in alignment with your highest good when you're emotionally speaking, maybe not in the best place to do so. And it also helps with moving forward despite that emotional pain. It's one that I even use as like an emotional first aid stone, or when someone's feeling just emotional shutdown. This is one of the first stones that I would reach for. So that is green onyx. Chrysoprase helps with overcoming disappointment. And it's wonderful for completing goals and having follow through, completing what you set out to do. In the event that something changes and you have to pivot, this is also a fantastic stone. This helps to remind you that in the face of plans falling apart and having to pick up the pieces, that you haven't lost everything, that you've still gained a lot of skills and wisdom and knowledge of yourself to take in this new direction to serve another way. So it's great for overcoming those disappointments and definitely to help you keep going when things are really challenging. It also helps if you're really burnt out or facing burnout to kind of like give you another view of things and say, it's okay. I usually give this stone to friends of mine that are in like grad school. It's like they get through so much and then it's like, why did I do this to myself? I just want to go home. And it's like, you're almost there. You're closer to the end than you are the beginning. So that's definitely chrysoprase. Bloodstone or heliotrope is another emotional first aid stone that I go for. This helps with things that are so emotionally challenging, it feels like the rug's been pulled out from under you. It helps with lifting despair. It brings a lot of emotional perseverance, and it helps to relieve a lot of self-doubt. It also aids in calming the mind when you're really stressed out emotionally so that you can connect in meditation or spiritual work. And it's helpful too for, this is another stone that can be helpful potentially for chronic fatigue. So that is bloodstone, also known as heliotrope in some parts of the world, including the UK and Australia. There we go. Fantastic. Tree agate is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science of yoga. And there are, in the body, in the mind, and in the spirit, 3 main doshas or types of energy. This is thought to help bring all 3 of those into a great harmony and balance, regardless of what is needed to help make that happen. It's wonderful for calming the emotional and physical nerves, and also for dissolving the ego and helping you to embody a greater sense of inner peace. Lovely too for healing negative attitudes and beliefs, and also to move on from habits that aren't serving you. And it's wonderful for making new connections. So that is tree agate. And Numite. Numite is a fascinating stone that comes to us from Greenland. It's the only place we know it in the world to exist. And there we go. That's a good example. So out of this darkness comes these beautiful flashes of like silvery gold. And the concept here is that while we look into the deepest parts of ourselves to find the truth, that's where we find these glimpses and flashes of inspiration and bright white light. It's also incredibly helpful for the place between living and the dead. So anyone working in hospice or anyone that is helping to serve someone or an animal even that is at the crossroads. And it's also incredibly protective, especially of any kind of spiritual items like tarot cards or anything that you use ceremonially. This will very much protect those items. So this again is Numite. Okay, awesome. And we do have Numite in the crystal shop. And if you are signed up to the email newsletter, definitely know that there is a sale coming soon. So definitely keep checking on that. I'll let y'all know in the next couple of live streams too. And let's see. Okay, so we've got everything from flower there. Polychrome jasper. So polychrome jasper helps with giving lots of confidence and also shaking off that kind of stuck feeling. It helps to break up indifference and apathy and get your soul's purpose reignited again. So it helps with motivating you, giving you that confidence, but also confidence that's in alignment with your overall purpose. It's also helpful for physical movement and mobility. So if you have mobility issues, I work with this a lot to help with that. Or if you have issues around motivating yourself to be more physically active. Say you're trying to start a routine of going for regular walks or going to the gym more. This is an excellent stone in that it supports our body and physical movement, especially our joints, as well as helping give us the encouragement to want to go out and do those things. So that's polychrome jasper. So hope you're doing well, Flower. Lots of love to you and your whole crew, including Little Tree. You're welcome, Still Not Still. Flower, I love this place. I am housebound. Oh, thank you. Seriously, this group is lightning in a bottle. I love being here too. You guys are amazing. So let's go ahead with losing my place. I'm good at that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some of Patty and Key's requests. So Tiger Iron, Red Tiger Eye, Amazonite, Septarian, Tree Agate we got. Sugilite I think might still be hiding from me. Thought I found it. I did find it. Here we go. Desert Rose Selenite. Bonsai, aquamarine, and hydrofluorite pyrite. Fluorite pyrite. Trying to cover up the sounds of my neighbors cursing out one another. It's Friday in West Philly. Okay, so let's start with some prehnite, which is lovely for connection to spirit, facilitating that connection to our intuition, and especially any like a steady practice of connection with our intuition. Things like lucid dreaming, things like transcendental meditation, anything like that. Helps too with setting good boundaries, refusing unfair demands, and also holding a space of ultimate teaching and learning of spiritual nature. Helpful too for calming a wandering mind, and it helps too with the kidneys, bladder, gout, and even anemia. So that is prehnite, Prehnite. Anhydro is like a general term for any crystal or stone. Oop, it looks like the crystal cam has frozen. Hang on a moment. Ta-da! Okay, we're back. Okay, so anhydro is a general term for any crystal or stone that has water trapped within it, meaning that the crystal actually formed around water. And in this case, it's our camera isn't quite high res enough to see it, but I assure you there is actually a bubble of water in there. Anhydro is excellent for fluid imbalances and for really being able to tell the credibility of an individual or of information. Helpful too for releasing destructive emotional patterns and for connecting with your family's past legacy, genealogy, the stories of the past. Helpful too for accessing details of the past and the future and the present when you're doing any kind of healing work. So also helps with having as amicable as possible relationships with difficult people that are in your life. So that is anhydro. Desert rose selenite can be lovely for making big life changes, especially if it involves like showing up routinely on a regular basis to make it happen. Also really helpful for redefining yourself in the face of any change or any challenge. It's wonderful too for perseverance in school, to relieve an upset stomach. It's helpful for the skin, whether it be something like eczema or psoriasis or even acne. It's helpful for the body if it's fighting off a virus, and it's thought really helpful for animal wellness as well as men's health. Additionally, this stone is often used to help with property transactions. So if you are selling a house, if you need to get things done as it were with paperwork around a property, this can be really helpful. So that is desert rose selenite. Septarian helps with emotional kind of maturity and growth. It also helps with that shadow work that I've been mentioning. If you're doing a deep dive and you're working on your emotional self, this helps you to be vulnerable as you see your beliefs and habits and patterns and see what's holding you back and see how you might want to grow or change. This is a lovely stone for supporting your solar plexus, which is your center of self, personal identity, and free will. And it also helps with muscle pain and spasm, as well as skin wounds and lesions. So that is Septarian. Zoisite helps with fertility and seasonal affective disorder. And I love using this for helping me get things done. When it comes to challenges and setbacks and things that are in our path, it can be really easy to look at the to-do list and just kind of get paralyzed. And I tend to end up in that place. And then that ultimately leads to procrastination. This is an ultimate procrastination buster, and I love it so much for that. So it's helpful for that, and also for just like shaking off apathy in general. So if you feel like, oh, why bother? Who cares? If you're having an Eeyore moment, if you will, Zoisite can really help you to get re-engaged in what's going on. So that is Zoisite. Tiger iron is essentially tiger eye that also contains hematite and sometimes even red jasper. This is a superb stone as it has hematite in it for clearing and restoring the blood, but it's also thought to help with relieving fatigue and boosting energy, with emotional balance, and with clarity of thought, like mental clarity. It helps with good energetic boundaries, especially for folks who tend to take on the pain and the troubles and the difficulties of others. It's wonderful for nervous kids and nervous animals, and it can help with creativity as well. It's also very connected with both the root and solar plexus chakras. And the root is the center of basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight, fear and safety. Sacral is relationships. Sugilite is really helpful for unity consciousness and the highest chakras, like your your crown chakra, the feeling of interconnectedness with everyone, reminding us that what we put out into the universe, we're putting into ourselves. So this helps with that universal oneness, and it helps with that world peace essence. So that is sugilite. Fluorite is really helpful for finding a sense of calm amidst chaos, whether that chaos is a work situation, your home situation, a life situation that's going on, whether it's situational or a regular basis thing. This helps you to find that eye of the storm sort of feeling. It also helps bring in general relaxation, and it's helpful for newborns and new moms. So that is fluorite. And yes, fluorite is fluoride, and that goes for any color of fluorite. So there we go. Pyrite helps with connection to abundance. It is fool's gold, so it helps call in the real stuff. It also helps to open up intuition while also providing a space of protection. So it's wonderful for intuitives new and old. This is a wonderful stone too for fever, lungs, the memory and information recall, as well as to help with the side effects of radiation treatment. So we will bring in some pyrite. Chevron amethyst helps with relieving pain and tension, so this can actually help with still not stills request as well. It also helps with degenerative diseases like MS, and it helps with tolerance of others. It's wonderful for spiritual and psychic connection, things like channeling, telepathy, connecting with your angels, and any kind of like shamanic journeying or clairvoyance work. So that is Chevron amethyst. Actually, let's see. Yeah, let's do this. Aquamarine can help with all the fluids in the body, helping to optimize the movement of those fluids in the body. It's excellent for forgiveness and for deflecting low vibe, petty, childish, immature behavior. I often call this the anti-Karen stone, keeping the Karens of the world at bay, and also helps to set a tone for justice, like may justice prevail. So let's go ahead and put some. Actually put some around here. So that is aquamarine. There we go. Pink kunzite is the stone of compassion. I always feel very connected to the Kuan Yin when I hold it. It helps with not only compassion, but also love, healing the heart after heartbreak, and attracting commitment-based loving relationships. It's helpful for the hormones from puberty on up, as well as chemical sensitivities and allergies, neuralgia, coming back to yourself after anesthesia. And it's wonderful for new moms and sleepless babies, as well as dealing with toxic people in the workplace and toxic bosses particularly. So that is pink kunzite. Amazonite helps with the spine and the spinal nerves. So it's wonderful for things like back pain and sciatica, neuropathy, and neuralgia. Helpful for luck and also for self-care, especially for folks who tend to deprioritize themselves, folks who have to be almost cajoled into doing some self-care. This makes a lovely gift for a nurse, and I think we're on Nurses Day. If today's not Nurses Day in the US, it's close. It's either yesterday or tomorrow. So this is a great stone and timely. So yeah, wonderful for all of those things. It's also very calming. So let's bring in that Amazonite. Amazonite can also be a little darker than this, or a lot darker than this, almost like a teal with stripes of white. So if you have a piece and it looks somewhat different, don't be surprised. It doesn't necessarily mean it's not the right stone. Oop. There we go. And red tigerite can help with protection, as well as calling in quick money, quick financial abundance. This helps with mundane protection as well as spiritual protection. So whether someone is throwing negative energy work at you, or if someone is picking on you, it's an anti-bully stone. So if you have someone in your life that is experiencing a bully in the workplace or at school, because let's face it, bullies don't just stop being bullies because they get bigger. This can be a really helpful stone. So that's red tiger eye. Awesome. So good to see you. Hey, Sybil White. Aw, yeah. I totally understand where Sybil and Flower are talking about. And Flower, as always, thank you so much for being so warm to the new folks. Everybody, I love you all so much. I walk on arm crutches, and like when I was learning to use a cane and then moving from the cane to the arm crutches, it was really intimidating. And then I broke my leg, and then I had to like work my way back up from a walker. It can be really scary at first. It's okay. What helps with courage? We can give you some courage. Absolutely. One that helps with mobility, by the way, is one that Flower called in, and it's polychrome jasper. That helps with motivation, especially when that has to do with mobility. So that's helpful. There's also, bring in some smoky quartz. Lots of good ones for courage, but I'm trying to find the right one here. Yeah, these are the ones I want to bring in. So first and foremost, tiger eye. Tiger eye is great for courage, but it also helps with like big picture thinking. This is one that can help with strength and balance, as well as like big picture thinking, like thinking about not just hyper focusing on the one part of working with a new mobility aid, but seeing like the bigger picture of how it can factor into your life. And sometimes that's just the motivation that can be helpful. It also helps with things like study and research and recalling information, as well as protection against envy and jealousy. But yeah, lots of courage, lots of strength and balance. So that's tiger eye. There we go. Black onyx can be helpful. This one helps to ground a lot of fear and anxiety. And it also helps with releasing self-doubt and boosting self-esteem. It's helpful too for protection, and it's helpful for processing grief. And it's lovely for just general releasing of anxieties. So that is black onyx. I just need to shuffle these a little bit. go. Making some room. There we go. There we go. And smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is really helpful for a number of things, especially things like hope when things are uncertain, any kind of chronic pain issue, and flexibility of the body as well as the mind. Also helps with protection, transmutation, just like renewing and clearing energy. And it helps to release worry, bring a sense of calm, and it can release a lot of energy blockages. It's also been used since at least the Middle Ages for protecting property from any kind of theft. So that is smoky quartz. So I hope that that helps. Lots of love to you. Be patient with yourself. It takes time. It really does. Once you get a little bit more practice, you'll feel more confident. But yeah, don't hesitate to like sit down, take a break, and get back to it. It can be a big challenge at first, but all the best to you. Lots of love. I'm here 5 times a week. You're always welcome here if you need some support. Yeah. Oh, and all the balance stones are in there. Yeah, the balance is tricky. That's why I started on just the single arm cane. It took me a couple of years to get up to double arm canes because of, at first I would just kind of like not be able to coordinate both and I'd kind of fall. Now I can run on arm crutches, but it took a long time. Yeah, but we do have some good balance stones in here too. For balance and coordination, we have lapis, we have leopard skin jasper, and one other too. But yeah, so we definitely have those though. But yeah, absolutely. Oh, Chrissy took Ava for a walk. I hope she's doing well. Aw, thank you. Okay, so where did I leave off? Joanna's request something to make new friends and connections physically in real life. No offense to you all. I totally understand. Let's bring in some honey calcite. Helps with optimism in difficult times. And it's wonderful for support for postmenopausal women. I know I don't look like one, but I am one. And it also helps with attracting good colleagues, good friends, good neighbors, good all of the people anytime. So I hope that this helps. And also tree agate helps with making new connections too. So I hope that that helps. Lots of love. And flower, is there any stone that helps to not buy all of these awesome oracle decks I see? Yeah, it can be hard to say no to buying things when they're there, aren't it? What about citrine? Citrine not only helps with attracting financial abundance and financial gain, it also helps with making good financial decisions. It also helps with nausea, fibromyalgia, addictions, compulsions, and balancing logic with intuition. And I think logic with intuition can help with the oracle cards as well. So let's try that one. Yeah, it is hard. I know. One of my good close friends has like baskets upon baskets of like indie decks of tarot cards, and it's like, man, it's beautiful, but not within my budget. So I just covet hers when I get to go over. Yeah, and wanting to buy the crystals too. I know. Goddess of 4, healing intentions, finding a lost item. That's Galena. That's right here. weight loss, fast money, decluttering, and more energy. Weight loss, decluttering, and more energy. Okay, so for more energy, let's bring in some bumblebee jasper. This does have pretty big amounts of sulfur as well as arsenic, so do be careful with it. It helps with mental focus, energy, vitality, and decision making. This is a stone that makes you feel like the confidence and the courage to like, yep, let's get the work done, let's do it. So it can definitely boost the energy, brings in lots of positivity, and helps to boost anything that you're manifesting. So let's go ahead and make some room. Let's see. There we go. We have garnet and lapis, which can be really helpful with organizing and decluttering as well. But let's also bring in dumortierite. This is lovely to help with tidiness and can help us to pare things down. It also helps to release any pent-up anger, resentment, hostilities, frustrations, and it's wonderful for patience. It helps to improve situations that seem beyond hope. It's great for any kind of Uranus transits in your chart, and it helps you to stand up for yourself when needed, and it's wonderful for healing ligaments and tendons. It's often recommended for nervous dogs too. So that is dumortierite. So there we go. And for weight loss, let's bring in a little bit of blue apatite. Yes, it's hilarious that the name of it is apatite and it helps with weight loss. It actually, on a larger level, blue apatite helps with our relationship with food in whatever way it can shift into something healthier, whether it's weight loss or weight gain or just the role that food plays in our life or general healthy shifts in our diet. It's wonderful for learning about our soul's purpose and having the courage to walk with it, for dealing with any kind of difficulty with your energy field, especially if you need to strengthen your energy field. And it's also wonderful for inner harmony and inner peace. So that is blue apatite. And I hope that helps. Goddess of Four. Lori Curtis, digestive blockages. A good one for digestive stuff is peridot, which is in there. And let's bring in first Dalmatian jasper. Dalmatian jasper has black tourmaline running through it, and black tourmaline keeps negative energy at bay. It's also really helpful for digestive issues, IBS, Crohn's, anything like that, any tummy troubles at all. It's wonderful for protection on the physical level, for maintaining composure, and also for letting go of the past. This helps to gently clear the energy of the past so that we can let go of cynicism and jadedness and set new expectations, kind of resetting the stage for better outcomes in the future. But it also helps with cooperation. So let's bring this in here and here. But it's thought to also help clear out the gut. So I hope that that helps. And tourmalinated quartz can actually be helpful for this too. And this is black tourmaline going through quartz. So again, black tourmaline keeps negative energy at bay. When it's going through quartz, it also helps with that energy of breaking things up that are really stuck. Whether it's stuck emotions, whether it's like scar tissue or blockages within the body, including blockages within the digestive tract. This is thought to set the energy of helping break that up. It also helps with protection during travel, especially by car, and for finding new jobs, new revenue streams, new gigs, general good fortune, good luck, and especially grounding and releasing nervous energy. So that is tourmalinated quartz. And that's any quartz that has tourmaline going through it. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can put this in here without it. Oh no, let's do this. There we go. That's tourmalinated quartz. Wonderful. So let's see. Hail Hattie of the Reiki realm. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love that. Oh, the shard looking pieces that were like a blue-black? Yes, Vivianite. Vivianite. Ooh, beautiful Vivianite. Vivianite helps with loving the body through its changes, and it helps with memory loss caused by trauma and even brain injury. Helpful to strengthen the bones and with inspiration and zest for life. Lovely for setting big goals and achieving those, and also crushing any obstacles in your path. Helps with clarity on your soul's path, and also with any kind of ancestor work. So that is Vivianite. And yeah, I'm growing to very much love this stone that I happen to find by complete happenstance at Reading Terminal Market in Philly. Absolutely adore it. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Lisa, good to see you. Intentions today for your mom's digestion. Oh, good. We got digestion. Vertigo, we've got all the good vertigo stones in here too. We've got lapis, we've got leopard skin, and we also have one more that helps coordination, which I can't seem to recall in the moment. Sister's sight, brother's lungs, everyone's hearts and joints. Lungs, we have pyrite and rhodonite. Sight will bring in, we have aventurine, let's bring in sapphire. And for heart, let's also bring in unakite. Cool. And for you, luck with finances. Let's see, any other good finances? We've got a lot of good finance stones. Getting things done, we've got chrysoprase, we've got bumblebee jasper, and healthy balanced lifestyle too. Bring in some mahogany obsidian. Okay, so for the eyes, let's bring in sapphire. Sapphire also helps with speedy justice, the thyroid, the ears, and like we said, the eyes. It helps too with connection to channeling and mediumship and connection to our angels. And it's lovely for envisioning a positive outcome in any time of change. So that is sapphire. Mahogany obsidian is another stone that can help with getting things done and completing goals. It helps with vitality and strength. It also aids with carpal tunnel as well as tooth pain and healing of gums. Wonderful for skin healing and also releasing anger and any feelings of need for approval. If you struggle with perfectionism and like the concept of a done something is better than a perfect nothing, mahogany obsidian is a wonderful choice. So I'm going to bring that in. So let's go ahead and do that one here and that one here. So that is mahogany obsidian. Definitely helps with completing goals. For financial stuff, we have all the good financial stones in there, but I'm going to bring in black and white banded agate. This can help with financial stability too, especially after setback. It also helps with new beginnings, shifting perspective, and endurance. It's wonderful for perception and balancing logic with intuition and inspiration from your guides. It also helps to clear and stabilize the mind and your physical energy. So that is black and white banded agate. Let's see. Goodness, it was so warm, and now it's so chilly that my fingers don't want to move. And I'm not putting on the heater at this point in the year. No, I'm not. There we go. Unakite is another stone that can help with the physical heart. It also helps with metabolism, with addictions, especially quitting smoking. It's great for good marriage, good relationships, and also helps with women at any point in their life, from marriage to fertility to labor and delivery to menopause. Really just a lovely woman's stone. So that is unakite. And we are starting to run out of room. What a good problem. And howlite is wonderful for the joints. Howlite, whether it's acute injury or chronic issues in the joints, also helps the bones, whether it's something like a fracture or you need support with bone density. This is a great stone for you. It also helps with processing and sort of calming anger, resentment, and frustration. So that those really difficult emotions, it'll help you kind of find the best way to deal with whatever is the cause of it without the volatility necessarily being a factor. So there we go. That is white howlite. And a general healthy and balanced lifestyle, what I would have grabbed for you is already here. It's dioptase. So yeah, blue chalcedony is in there. Joanna Sparkles, you have issues too, neuropathy in your feet from chemo for breast cancer. If you walk on the beach with wet sand in your feet, that's your feet 24/7. Lost feelings in the bottom of your feet. I have idiopathic neuropathy. They never knew the cause of it, but like I've gotten a lot of feeling back, but my large toes, I can't feel the ends of them, and I end up with chronic issues like more than once, I've lost the nails on my toe because I thought a shoe fit and it didn't. And it actually put more pressure on the toenail, so much so that I lost the nail. And now the nails grow in so thin that my podiatrist and I are pretty close. We're pretty close. I'm sorry to hear it. Yeah, neuropathy is no fun. Okay. And for Alana, solar plexus, confidence, and inner power. We've put a lot of stones in there for that, but let's see what else we have. Let's bring in some yellow calcite. And I might have to disturb the kitties in a moment. My leg is falling asleep. Okay, so yellow calcite helps with self-confidence. Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. Yellow calcite helps with self-confidence, optimism, and it helps with clearing blockages of the solar plexus. Helps support self-identity and good, healthy boundaries, whether you're setting them or holding them. And I don't know about you, but I always find it harder to hold them than to set them. So this helps you to set priorities based on your desires, wants, and needs, and is lovely for releasing any need for the approval of others. We also have in support of your solar plexus Septarian, which is lovely for that. So let's bring in, let's see. Lots of, there we go. Oh, thank you, Joanna. And financial abundance. We've got the financial abundance stones. I love you, little babies, but I gotta put my leg down. Speaking of neuropathy. Yeah, that's actually why I walk on arm crutches. It was a big burst of something that everyone's like, is this MS? And I'm like, well, I hope it's not. And it was 10 years ago. It was like one big event, and then it never happened again. Knock on all the things. So yeah, luckily I've had good luck with my primary care, my physical therapists. They've got me where I am. I only take one prescription for it, and really grateful I was able to bounce back as much as I have been. But yeah, it affected my eyes at first. Yeah. Flower, it's possible to hold boundaries. It is, but it's hard. I'm going to level with you. It's not easy. Yeah, we've got all the good financial abundance. So I think we are good. I think we have our grid. So I'm going to do the next thing, the thing that I do. I'm going to go ahead and explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and then I'm going to go ahead and get into sending you some Reiki wherever you happen to be and whenever you happen to be watching this. While I'm doing that, in case you're new here, and welcome, go ahead and click that live chat button, because what we're going to do next is raise the energy vibration of where you're at, where I'm at, where all of us are interconnected. The easiest, quickest way to lift the energy vibration is so simple: gratitude. So go ahead and think of anything that you're grateful, anything at all. And if you feel like sharing it in a public forum, you feel like that's okay, go ahead and enter it in the description. Definitely hit that like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already. And after I finish describing what Reiki is and what to expect, we're going to go ahead and get into that healing session. So thank you everyone who inspired this beautiful grid. It wouldn't be what it is without all of you. Thank you for being here. And yeah, let's jump in. Oh, Gertie, you can come back up if you need. Okay, so what is Reiki? So once again, I'm Danielle Stimpson, the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. You can learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes. You can schedule yourself a one-on-one distance healing session or tarot reading, or even check out my online Reiki certification classes at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description below, along with links to all of my social media and my email newsletter. So, what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become a general word for energy healing in the West, but in specific, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. And this particular method was created by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s in Japan, during a time where one was not allowed to teach anything that could even be misconstrued as coming from a religion. Strictly forbidden and very big consequences indeed. So this particular method is deeply spiritual, yet completely secular, and I think that's why it suits us so well in the West. For the concept of energy in the sense of Usui's Reiki, we're best to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything is thought to be interconnected and inextricably linked. And it's thought that spirit, in this case, however you define that, however you understand that to work, provides this beautiful, soul-affirming, life-supporting energy. And it's thought that this energy is already a part of me and you and everyone, everywhere. Whether or not we're aware of it, it supports our body, mind, and spirit to do the things that they already do for us. so our regular day-to-day resilience and greater healing. Essentially, what I'm going to be doing is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy and direct more of it to you, wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. So to make the most of this healing, all you need to do is just be open to it. And by being here, you already are. So it's all good. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. You can simply be. I generally encourage you to find a nice comfy place to sit or lay down, but you can also, throw some cards down for yourself, do some movement, do some yoga, journal, play some music. There's no wrong way to enjoy this time. A beautiful healing nap and a cup of tea can be lovely sometimes. But yeah, any way you choose to enjoy this session is perfectly fine. During the session, you may feel some physical sensations. Some emotions may rise up or get released. Mentally, you may be able to think some things through or get some clarity. And intuitionally and spiritually, you may be able to get some deeper clarity, some spiritual messages, and even just a sense of what all matters most to you. More than likely, your session will show up for you in exactly the way it needs to right now. So it may be a little bit of all of those things, including a really great nap. You can absolutely fall asleep and it will still work. I will send this Reiki for 25 minutes, and during that time, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently through several different colors, and at no point in time will they flash or strobe. So just so you know that. Also, I'll turn the music up, and for anyone who enjoys the music here, you can learn about the musical creator at the bottom of the description below. There's a link to her. She has a beautiful YouTube channel. You can listen to her songs all day long, and you can check out her website too. And thank you to anyone who's brought any financial support to the channel at all in any way, from buying crystals to contributions to the links in the description or through super stickers, super chats, all that stuff. That helps me to support an actual musician so that we have beautiful music that we are allowed to play on stream. So thank you. At the end of that 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come in. I'll encourage you to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to the space that you are in. And when you're ready, take that deep breath in and out. And at that time, I'll be able to answer any questions, to hear any experiences that you may feel inclined to share. And just know that I'm here 5 times a week. You're always welcome to drop in and enjoy. Additionally, if ever you need a Reiki session and I'm not live, go ahead and just click the live button and find any past healing live streams that seem to resonate with you. Click on them. The healing will be there just the same. Reiki is not limited by my human limitations. I can only be in one place at one time. The Reiki is everywhere all the time. So just go ahead and check out those past streams. It'll be just like you're live. And if you want to, you can even skip past the crystals and just to the session if you need it. It's an honor and a privilege always to share this healing with all of you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being a part of this beautiful community. I appreciate you all so much. So let's go ahead on, take another good look at that crystal grid, and then let's get into the healing. Ooh, really pretty. Gertie. Gertie's looking at the grid. Yeah, looking at the grid. Okay. And little Miss Hattie is asleep right next to me. So lots of love, everyone, and these beautiful gratitudes. Thank you. So go ahead, get nice and comfy. I'm going to send this healing to you. And at any point in time, if you feel like you get distracted or if you want to go a little deeper into your session, simply take a deep breath in and out, and you'll sink right back in. So enjoy the soundtrack, enjoy the energy, and I'll see you in 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. If you can hear Hattie's purrs, let them call you back. And a good girl. Thank you. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and put them in the chat. And as a reminder, I'll be back later tonight at 8 p.m. East Coast US time for another stream just like this one. And Sunday, 8 p.m. East Coast US time for yet another stream just like this one. Our usual schedule is listed in the description below. Oh, that's beautiful, Sister Sheba. You're welcome, Chris and Lori and Flower. Oh, little Hattie bringing purrs. Oh, I'm so glad, Dell. You're welcome, Lisa. May we all walk in beauty, Dell. Thank you. Oh, little Hattie making the purrs. Yeah, it's chilly in the house. Everybody wants to cuddle. Gertie did bless the grid at one point. She reached in and spun the one of the pink opals around. It's always a good omen. So thank you all so much for being here. So I'm going to get ready to go ahead and end the stream momentarily so I can go get a bite to eat. But if you have any questions or anything to share, go right ahead. I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close. Thank you everyone so much for being here. It means so much to me. So I hope to see you all again soon. Take care and bye for now.